Maltemiller? Is that how you pronounce the name?
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good. Well, take it away.
Hey everyone. So yeah, you heard my name, but I'm maltemller. So I'm gonna be running Titanfall 2 today, and I'm really excited to show you all how this game looks like. Because there's a lot of things that have changed since HDQ 2019. So let me just load back in, into the first map, and then I'm gonna do a countdown, and then we're gonna start the timer. Alright, so we start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So this is Titanfall 2. It's a game that is made in 2016 by Respawn Entertainment and published by EA. Respawn is also known for making Apex Legends, which is one of the most popular games currently, one of those Battle Royale games. You might have played it yourself, actually. So the first thing we get here at the start is it's looking at our mouse and sensitivity and if we want reverted mouse or not. So it's just checking us for that, and then we have to reply yes or no, and we instantly smash space just to get through that. And then we get in what I would like to call VR, because now we're basically in a simulation, and I'm not gonna try and focus here because this can be really nice if I get this in a run. Oh yeah, I cannot do that. So what I was trying to do there is building up a lot of speed with bunny hopping, which is the main thing we use in this game. And if you get a lot of speed through there, you can skip that wall run. But if you cannot skip that wall run, you will actually have to wait for Lastimosa to say things. That's the person you saw there also at the very start that was talking to me when you enter it. And I'm gonna pick that achieve that's right up there, and then I'm gonna do something we call reload skip, so we don't need to reload this weapon and just do through these, and then you're gonna see one thing you're gonna see a lot through this game is damage boosting, which is already seen now, and then we're gonna do nade boost here. And in Titanfall 2, you can jump twice, because that's how this game is supposed to be. So you jump in the air and then you can jump again, with because you're a pilot, and and when you saw these. That was all the nade boost, and it gave you a lot of momentum. And then I tried to go through this whole gauntlet in time. You might have seen Casmayo's record with that, which is about, I think it's 11 seconds. And I did it, I didn't see, I think it was 15 seconds or something like that. But yeah, it's usually pretty fast. And but when it comes to the gauntlet record, actually, with this, they have to shoot all the enemies as well, because every time you don't shoot an enemy, your time will gain up by 2 seconds each time. But okay, so the main thing about this game, as you have seen already, is bunny hopping, and it kind of works similar to all the other games like Half-Life and Mirror's Edge and etc. So you just jump in the air and then you strafe in mid-air to build up speed, and then you jump with it. One thing that's about Titanfall 2 with that though is that you slide when you hit the ground, so you're not losing a lot of speed each time you hit the ground. And unlike other Source games, oh yeah, I forgot to tell that this game is made in Source Engine, heavily modified Source Engine. Source Engine, the games like that made in Source Engine is Half-Life 2 and things like that, made by Valve. So it's Source Engine, heavily modified Source Engine. So they changed a lot of things here. So things like ABH is gone here. I mainly talk about Half-Life 2 in that case because I'm a Half-Life 2 runner myself. But but we don't use scroll wheel though, as we do in, for example, Half-Life or any other games where you do bunny hopping. And the reason for that is because, yeah, first of all, it doesn't work in this game. And even if it did, it wouldn't matter that much because you can jump twice in this game, as I said to begin with. So if you use scroll wheel, you're gonna jump twice in a row almost all the time because you basically spam jump when you use your scroll wheel. And that's how it is. So what we just saw there through that cutscene was we were gonna get introduced to our own Titan, but we didn't have time for that because now everything was alarming and we had to hit Typhon now because here's the thing, there's 2 crews, there's Militia and there's IMC. and we are on the team called Militia, and we are fighting against IMC because IMC, all what they're doing is to take resources and kill everything on each planet they go to, and Militia is trying to stop that. And IMC has been on Titanfall now for some time, and they're gonna destroy some things. And so our goal as Militia is to try and stop them. So that's what we are doing now. And we sadly didn't get introduced to become to get in the Titan. We didn't have time for that. But basically, what the story is about is that you play as Jack Cooper, who's gonna try and become a pilot. And to become a pilot, you need to be able to jump twice, and you need to get into these Titans that we were supposed to get into. And Jack Cooper always wanted to be that. And Lastimosa, as we see, is our teacher in that case. But yeah, we didn't get time to play with the Titan, sadly. So I'm gonna go through, this is about 10 seconds what you're gonna see here. I'm gonna go through just some basic bunny hopping, and then there's gonna be a huge cutscene at the very start. So I would say you can read a few donations if there's any right now.
We do have a couple. Robert gives us $5 saying, "So, when are we skipping Abyss 2?" And JD Puppy gives $10 saying, "Here's my donation to make a true naming bid war." Thank you very much, JD. And for those who don't know, that was our previous host, so much love.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Robert. So with Robert talking about Abyss 2, that's one of the levels we see later in this game. So here's the thing: if you are one of those people who loves glitch hunting or strat hunting, we have a thing for that we're doing right now with Abyss 2. It's called Abyss 2 Bounty. So Abyss 2 is a super long auto scroll we have right now, and we cannot really do much in there. All we can do is waiting. So we're trying to find a skip for it, which is really hard and difficult. But we have found some things we could do, but none of them are consistent. But we're sharing a lot of our thoughts and how we can do some of these things. And if we find glitches in the Titanfall 2 speedrun Discord to talk about Abyss 2, if we find a skip for it or not. And if you're interested in, you can always join Titanfall 2's speedrun Discord server. And for that, you can go on speedrun.com/Titanfall2 Titanfall_2, and then go into there's like a Discord link somewhere on the speedrun.com, and you could go in. But the thing is, someone will actually get donated a lot of money if you find a skip for this. It's about $2,000 as far as I remember. It's a lot of money we put into this, so we are hoping someone is gonna find something soon. And so one other thing is that we're playing in Mandarin instead of English. The reason we're playing in Mandarin is because it's faster than English in some of the dialogues. Because there's a lot of cutscenes, especially in the beginning of this game. But Mandarin is about, I think it's 38 seconds faster than English, so it matters a lot. I know it's a 1 hour and 20-minute game, but even then, it still matters a lot, because think about this, there's a lot of cutscenes in this game as well. So that's why it matters, those 38 seconds. And it will matter once you get far in the speedrun. Because this game is really optimized. A lot more than it usually is. Also, one person that is in this is Lastimosa. He was trying to kill all the other IMC with their Titans and etc. Those you saw there at the start when I was passed out. Those are the people, some of the like top leaders in the IMC group. And now they killed Lastimosa, which is really sad, because he was gonna teach us how to use the Titan, and now he's giving us the Titan because he's not available to use it anymore. Because he's dead.
F's in chat for Lastimosa, everybody.
Yes, indeed. F in chat for Lastimosa. So what's gonna happen now is that we are gonna take his helmet. So first we're gonna apparently put a rock there for some reason. But yeah. Now the real thing is gonna happen here in BT. So now we're taking Lastimosa's helmet and use it ourselves. As you can see here right now. There we go. And then we're gonna immediately run really slow, so we're just gonna go back so we can gain our speed again. And another thing with movement in this game is we have wall kicking as well. So every time you can see we can touch walls in this game, and if you are within the first like 1 second hitting that wall and then jump out of it again, you can actually gain some speed from it. You can see I have like a speedometer in this game, so you can see how fast I'm going. It's set to kilometers an hour, and right there I skipped using that wall because we can do that in that case. And because we were in a visualization before, we could not die when we did the nade boost, but we can now, so we gotta be careful. So here is our first nade boost, and that somehow didn't work. Okay, that's interesting. So one thing about Source Engine with especially this game is that if the grenade is behind geometry or some other display thing, whatever it is, it will not work at you at all. Even just a tiny little bit in pixels. It's super annoying. So here there's a few monsters, so we're gonna go invisible mode so we don't so they don't distract us, so we can just keep going through. And also when you get on your first jump and then get on the ground again, you will slide and get like 30 kilometers an hour. As you can see, I did it right there. So one thing we're mainly doing right now is get these batteries to BT, because he's kind of dead now. BT 7274 is the Titan Lacrimosa owned, by the way. The one you just saw that was completely dead. And I forgot what this is called, but this is one of the places where we can slide and gain a lot of speed from it. And then we're gonna use a nade boost. Well, not a nade boost, but we're gonna throw a nade against these 3 people that's right there, so we can give BT his first battery. So he's starting to talk to us now. And here we're gonna do, I think it's called BBRJ. See if I get it, because this one is hard. Really, really hard, so I'm gonna have to focus here before I talk again. And now we're getting to a ravine, as it's called right there. Right here.
I know it's not proper for speedrunning, but I always feel bad when we have to ignore the dialogue choices.
To be honest, I agree with you. Sometimes
Heck yeah.
I do find it relaxing going through these cutscenes. But okay, that was the hard part, and I nailed that. That was so good, actually. Wow. Really happy I got that. And so one thing that's also mainly known for this first level here, which is, yeah, technically first level, is that it's known for having really bad geometry. In that case, what I mean is that you can get stuck basically everywhere for no reason. Anywhere, on the rocks or something else. The geometry is really bad here. And here we have another place where we slide. This one is a lot harder, but I nailed that also and got the whole thing, so that's really nice. And then we're gonna do a wall kick right there. And then we're gonna stand here. There's gonna be robots coming down now, so we're just gonna kill them all with nades and hope it hits the other one. And it did. Very nice. That was a really good BT, the second level in this game out of 9. That was really good. I'm actually really happy about that one. I nailed the whole thing. Nothing went bad actually, except for that very start with the first nade. So yeah, now BT got his second battery. So now he's kind of alive again, and we can use it now. So now we're getting into the Titan tutorial, which we should have with Lacrimosa back then, but yeah, that's not possible anymore. He's dead, and now there's basically only you and BT. His completely full name is BT7274. In case if I didn't say that correctly, or if I didn't say that earlier. So I think you can read 1 or 2 more donations. Waiting for this.
Well, we only got one at the moment, but it's a $5 anonymous donation, so thank you very much for your generosity. And I'd like to remind everybody that we are raising money for Trans Lifeline, and we also have a slew of incentives, so if you'd like to help meet that while supporting our fantastic charity, feel free to donate using !donate, and you can also check out the list in question. I'll go ahead and see which ones are coming up, because I didn't quite get a proper look at them yet, but I'm sure there'll be something to tag along the lines here.
Okay, so the first thing you're getting introduced to is Vortex Shield, and What's different about water shields is that it's basically a no you. When they hit me and I have the shield up, they will God, I can't. It's really hard to focus when or talk while I have to focus here. But basically, what it does is that when I get these bullets on my shield and I release that shield, all those bullets will go back towards the enemies, and after that we get introduced to the rocket launcher. Which, yeah, I think that's kind of self-explanatory. And I tried to make a smile face there. I don't know if I did it correctly. Can't see it. Whatever. And now we're gonna do a specific line up here. Okay, I really messed it up. That was very fortunate. So I was trying to do what it was called no use strat, where you basically shoot him a lot, and then he's gonna pull up his shield as you shoot him, and then you put up your shield, and when he releases his shield, you release your shield, and then put all the bullets back to him. But I didn't get that to work at all. Just doing dialogues there. So, yeah, that was BT. I mean, in general, it went really bad. The fight went a bit slow, but that's fine. I mean, at least I got to show off all the cool stuff. So now we get into Blood and Rust. Once it's done loading, there we go. So now we are in, as you already saw earlier, we are now in BT, and we're gonna go through a bit of Blood and Rust with him, and we can also not really bunny hop with him because he's just sliding every time you jump. But you can still, like, when you fall down or something, you can still air strafe like you can when you jump or bunny hopping. So if there's places where we can, like, go up really easily, we will just do that. And that case right there, that was really nice. I got I slided on the Brute when I was crouching right there, and it's really nice when you get that because I mean, it doesn't save that much, but it just feels really nice. And now we're getting into another nade boost. And wasn't the best one, but it's fine. And here we're gonna go invisible mode because there's a lot of Titans here. We can usually you're supposed to go through here with BT, but yeah, you can just go through here by being invisible. And dialogue. There we go. But so the thing with BT, as we got there, I don't know if you saw it, but there was like a weapon we collected, and the reason for that is because it's a new loadout. What's special about BT is that he's a Vanguard class Titan, which means he can have different loadouts. You see, all the other Titans are called Prude and Scourge and etc. etc. That means they only carry that one specific weapon and what they can do. But for Vanguard class Titans, they can collect multiple of those loadouts. And now just going through this whole section here, which is usually really hard. And now wow, okay, I'm really surprised by that. So what I'm trying to do here, especially when I do these hard turns, and gain almost, or try to keep it with all the speed I have, is called tap strafing, which is basically you spam W while you are holding your A or D, depending on if you're going left or right. It's a really nice movement trick. That's changed a lot back in the days when it was discovered in the Titanfall 2 speedrun community. And here you can get easily stuck by grunts. They can easily just mess you up completely, all your speed, but it went alright for me. And now we are going to the next part here. So upcoming now is wall spamming, I think it's called. I don't know. We just spam our jump key on this wall, and then we get up here. Could have been a better one, but it's fine. Oh.
Man, seeing that never gets old. Just climbing up walls like Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's basically like that. But now we're getting to slot skip. And the slot skip, I'm gonna explain it once I'm done with it, because I do not want to mess this up. There we go. Okay, nice. So slot skip is what you just saw right there. I just go into BT as after I've pressed the button. It skips like a huge combat scene which is in there, and it saves like, I don't even know, 5 minutes or something. It's a lot. And the reason I didn't want to mess it up is because if I messed it up, I had to go back to my previous checkpoint, and with that previous checkpoint, BT's gonna run away, and I cannot grab him through the wall, through the fence there. And that means I will have to wait a lot before I can move on. So now we're getting into our first boss fight, which is Kane. I don't remember if he's actually if he was one of them when Lastimosa died back in that scene, but we're gonna fight against him now, and now we have a weapon called the Tone, which we're gonna use now, which works a bit different than the expectation. I'm not gonna go too much in detail to that, and he also likes to be a little bit unfair against these battles and make me have to fight some of his other titans. But I don't care about that. I can still just give him a lot of damage and kill him. So one thing that is something you should know about this game is that what you just saw there, where I just shot a ton of missiles there, that's like the core for the Tone. It's like a thing that makes it so you deal a ton of damage to other players, and to get that core, you get that through doing a lot of damage on Titans, and you need to build it up to 100%. And for people like Kane, who has a lot of health because it's a boss fight, you don't need to deal that much damage again, and then you can just get up to 100% with your core, and then you can press your key for the core, and then you can just damage him a lot with that. So now we're just in a cutscene again. Well, not much is gonna happen, but I'm gonna try and see if I can show it here. Okay, that didn't go well. What about this one? There we go. That's what I meant with wall kicking earlier. That you just barely hit it and then you gain a lot. You saw there I went from 42 kilometers an hour to 49 kilometers an hour. So now we're getting into Abyss, the thing we were talking about earlier, Abyss 2, but it's not Abyss 2 yet. We're in Abyss 1. So there's a few things gonna happen here, and we're gonna use the Titan again, BT, and we can easily switch loadouts also. It's not a big of a deal. There's a lot of tricks we can use for that, which I'm gonna talk about later once we get into Citadel. And here we just picked another one, which is the Scourge. That's the one Kane used actually, and then we're gonna switch to that because we're gonna use that later. So so main thing what's gonna happen right now here is just jumping and well, not jumping, sliding and get through some of these things here. So we go there a little bit faster. If you have one donation, you can read that right now.
No donations at the moment, but I can talk about some incentives. So our current upcoming bid war incentive is for Brutal Paws of Fury, which is coming up a little later in the day, and this is to decide which character the runner plays as. So we got Foxy Roxy in the lead at $100, and Ivan the Bear trailing behind currently at $46.66. Otherwise, I know that we've been blazing through some of these. We do have our bonus game 2 incentive met, but if you would like to see the Jill Sandwich mod for the Resident Evil 3 remake run happen, we are currently $75 away, and I did not even know that was a thing. I was not aware this was an incentive. I kind of want to see that happen, so do it for me, chat. Let's see if we can't even get a donation train going.
Alright, so one thing I wanted to explain there, and that was, I'm really happy I got that. So that was wall running, what you saw earlier, where I like kind of got stuck in that wall as you saw there. Okay, that was not that, whatever. So I kind of got like stuck there on that wall as you saw while it was running to the, it's called left. It was running to the left, and after we pressed that button we could just go down here without dying actually. But it was really good I got that, because it may not look like much, but if you get stuck there, or just in the middle, you will hit something you cannot see, and you will die actually. You will get crushed to death. And after that I went through a bit of a boss fight. Not really a boss fight, but just killing 3 titans. And I was using the Scourge there. Scourge is really powerful in this game, and we use it a lot. It has some of these, I don't know what they call, smoke grenades or something, I don't know, because they deal a lot of damage towards the titans. I think it's like some sort of fire that happens. But yeah, now we are in this really boring level called Abyss 2. You saw, at the start there, I got a lot of speed. It looked really nice, but the fact is that because this is an auto-scroll, it doesn't matter at all. Your time's still gonna be the same no matter what. It's not these moving platforms here exactly, but some of them later that is spawning at the very start, and they get to the ending very, very slow, and we have to wait for those. It takes like 3 minutes. So here I'm gonna try and see if I can gain a lot of speed. Not that I'm gonna go for that other thing. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, that was brutal. Okay, well, good thing I didn't die. I mean, dying is not what matters that much, because usually you just respawn to the nearest not checkpoint, but the thing where it just tells you where to move exactly, so you don't lose time to that. But if it does load the checkpoint when you die, you do lose time actually. Kind of complicated, but kind of really, I don't know how else to explain it. So we're just going here in the really dark. This is not out of bounds, by the way. This is still inbounds, but there's a lot of rocks here we can just climb on, and get to the very end where we need to be. So I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna, just for the sake of it, try and do a red versus blue. So there's two different robots here. Well, there's two robots here who are exactly the same ones, and you can hack them into so they are on your team. So what I'm gonna try to do is oh, just wanna be careful. Because I don't want to die, because it's a stupid place to die. So so what I mean with red versus blue in that case is that when I hack the other one, it turns blue while the other one turns red, and they do like to fight with each other. So if I can get it to set up properly, I can. Okay, good. So we're gonna hack this one, and they're gonna fight each other. So put your bets in chat. Who's gonna win, red or blue? They're right here, both of them. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh yeah, I need to go into blue. That's the position. So they're fighting each other right now, and now blue is basically hiding right now, and let's see if it is pushing forward or not. Blue is blue is not doing much, and if they don't kill each other at the very end, I will have to go through because it's right there. And yeah, if they're not done with each other, then yeah, then I'll have to say it's a draw, sadly. But it's not looking like it much happens. They're both camping. Come on, this is not funny. They're not doing anything. They're just waiting for each other. All right, it's a draw. So if you're in the less than 1% who actually voted for draw, even though I never talked about that, then congratulations, you're the one who won. So now I'm gonna line myself up here. See if I can do it correctly. It's a bit hard here because it's like a line here I'm trying to line up for. Usually in the Titanfall 2 speedrun community we do it different, but I have a different setup because I find it a lot more consistent than what others have. But you know, whatever works for you, I guess. So what we're gonna come up to now is something called dome launch, and so basically this whole platform here is gonna like turn around, but at the perfect time it turns around, you can jump and you can get a lot of height and speed from it. And it's a really difficult trick, but I'm gonna try my best to see if I can actually get it, and that's what's coming up here now. If I don't get it, I'm gonna go back to try again, because I do want to get this in a marathon run. I do not want to go for the bad strats. I want to show this because it's really cool if you get this. So it's coming up now, so I'm gonna be quiet for a second. I messed it up. So you can see I got the height there, but I didn't gain any force velocity or speed, whatever you want to call it. What happened there was that I jumped too late. That's a problem. And second try, nice. We got all the way up here. That's not always the case though. Sometimes you can be unlucky. You get down here or here. Oh god, what is that lag? Okay, so and if that happens, you have to get up there as fast as possible because you're basically losing time then. You have to get up there to start this next cutscene, whatever is happening now. This is also an auto-scroller. This is why this level is really bad, because what you saw earlier there, we were basically waiting for these platforms to arrive. And now we are on the platforms that makes like a new platform. And here comes a funny little thing. You can go out of bounds here. You can just go through that wall and then you're out here. So usually there's like a big fight here. I forgot exactly how it is because I haven't done my playthrough since July. So, but we can just skip that by going here. There's like a chainsaw trigger over here. But we cannot go through that until until everything becomes dark in that room specifically right there. So I'm just gonna do a little line up there. There's usually a different way they did this until one of the Respawn developers in after they saw HDQ 2017, they discovered that they went through the wall. He told them there's like a different wall they can go through, but he won't tell them. So they found it themselves in the Titanfall 2 speedrun community, which is hilarious, to be honest. Alright, and now it's gonna get dark, and then we're gonna hold crouch so we get into the trigger faster. It's super easy, this thing here. And especially you have a lot of time before all these platforms arrive up there. So that's why we want to skip Abyss 2, because we spent basically 6 minutes there waiting. There's not much we did except for Dome Launch. Dome Launch is really epic and cool. So now we get to Abyss 3, which is also gonna be a bit different. And so what we're gonna do here is something I forgot what it's called, but we're gonna. It's a strat found by I think it's Deception, and we're gonna get in this hole here as we press that button because it's gonna turn around, and then we're gonna get a little speed from that, and then we're gonna get all the way up here. If we didn't get in that hole, we would have to go all around ourselves without any of the speed, which will be super annoying. And now we're gonna go through here and then cook another nade. And that didn't work out very well. Okay, that was scuffed, whatever. At least we made it through, we didn't die or anything. And then BT is actually somehow free. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that in Abyss 1, when we, after we press that button at the very end and get down, BT actually gets captured by some of the machines that is in this laboratory or big building, whatever you want to call it. But for some reason, after you press that button there, they switch all these things around here in Abyss 3, which is this level. BT is free again, and you can just, and then you just immediately find him after you get through these blue sections. And now we're gonna do, here's another boss fight, which is Ash Skip, but we're gonna skip that. So, the thing with Titanfall 2 and BT and you is that the game is gonna put you at a position where you have like a lot of space between you and BT. If you're on a place where you basically don't have like where there's basically not enough room or anything, like there was like just a pipe. There was not space for any of us, so it puts us on the next big platform, which is the one out of bounds. And then we're gonna go through these sections here, which is all of it is out of bounds. Then we're gonna get here. Nice. And I got the whole thing first try. If you mess this up, it's like a minute lost or something. The checkpoint is really behind. And then we're just gonna get to the end load here. And then get through that wall. Because that's just what you can when you disembark there. And yeah, now we are in Effect and Cause. Which is, if you have played this game before, this is probably the level you most likely remember. This is where you do the swap changes. Where you go back in time and you get in you get in the past and you get in how it looks like now. You always see the first one where we get here now. So this is usually a place where the IMC used to work at in the past, but as you can see here, and then it swaps time again to our time, and then it switches back to the old days, and then it switches back to our time now, where everything is destroyed. So if you have paid attention to the dialogues, where it's everything is translated to English and etc. They talk about that especially BT. What is happening? Oh god. Okay, my game just froze for a second there. BT talks a lot about we need to find Lastimosa. This is the level where we get to meet Lastimosa, and he's right here. He's stuck in the roof somehow, so we came maybe a little bit too late, and yeah. F instead for Anderson as well. Really sad. But now we cracked his helmet, and then BT's gonna analyze it, which is probably what he's gonna say right now here. Yep, he's had to analyze it. So usually, also one thing with languages is that, apart from this is in Mandarin, the text in like the subtitles and everything in this game, it will be translated to Mandarin as well. But because of self-sufficiency with menu mod, we can install that, and then we are allowed to have English subtitles. which is really nice because yeah, in my case, I would have a really hard time running this and know what exactly I'm doing if I cannot read it at all because I do not know that many languages. So now we're just waiting here. So if you have any donations, you can read that now.
Gladly, I got a couple. First, we got $15 from Moon Blazewolf. Oh, hey, I know that guy. Shoutouts to all of our amazing FPS/horror runners showing off their skills today. Donation goes to the extremely hype Superliminal Glitch Exhibition. And that incentive is currently sitting at $104 out of the projected $250 target. Now, we do have quite a bit of time before we get to that. It should be at least a little past midnight in Eastern time, but if you want to see those glitches, definitely put some money into that. And I can easily say that one of those runners in the race is a really cool dude. Hi, Oz. We also got a $19 donation from Ian Keith. Nice runs, nice runners, nice commentators, nice hosts, nice marathon, nice weekend, nice times. Let's keep going. We're almost halfway there. And in case that wasn't obvious, that did put our donation total to $4,269.
Wow, that's a lot. Wow. Wow, things have changed a lot then since last year. That's incredible. I'm really proud of you guys. Wow. So one thing that's gonna come up now is FTL, which stands for faster than light. I don't know who found this thread, but basically we're gonna swap time, and there's these lasers here. We're gonna boost from those. And I'm gonna load this back if I don't get it because this is so cool, and I wanna get this. Please, 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 please. Oh, dude. Okay, we're loading back. I got it, but like it was not enough. Okay, that's a horrible checkpoint. Okay, I wanna. That's not enough speed. I will get this. For some reason, I'm not getting enough speed. I think I'm messing up my timing. That was a lot better. That's gonna work. That's gonna work. And I accidentally threw a nade. Whatever. That's what I wanted to do. I do not want to show the other one. I wanted to get that. So I messed that up a little bit, but it's fine. It's like a really... the checkpoint is really close to it, so it's completely fine. And now we are on top of the building earlier. So now we are on the other side of Lastimosa now. On his... I think it's his back. I think there's like a smiley face normally. So this is probably the level a lot of people remember if you have played this game yourself. So you can swap times now. You cannot go invisible mode anymore, fortunately, but this is the level where you switch time. And it's not very buggy though, but there is a huge bug with it, which I will unfortunately not show because I do not know how it works and I have no idea how to perform it. And then we're gonna switch time back here again. And then get up here. So there's like an elevator up here, but yeah, it's kind of broken now compared to before. Oh, and then we're gonna press this button. And so what is happening about storyline now is that we're getting through all of these databases. What happened with Anderson, what he discovered here in this facility with the IMC, what they're working on. And there's a lot of time. You cannot really do much. We're just waiting now for this door to open. It takes like, what, 20 seconds, and then we get through it again. So I accidentally threw a nade earlier, where I did FTL, faster than light. And that's a bit dumb. I did that because I needed a nade here to proceed through, and I do not have that. Oh well, it's not the worst one because the most important one is the one in Hell Room. So usually we would do a lineup here and then shoot twice when Anderson says something that I cannot say myself, and then shoot twice and then throw a nade and then just run at that wall and then nade boost and get through here with a lot of speed. But now that I miss a nade, I cannot do that. So I will just... oh. Yeah, I'm not used to this when I don't have the nade. I usually always have the nade here in runs. But it's fine. It's not like... it's not a major time loss and it's not like the... I mean, there are cooler nade strats. So I would rather show this one in Hell Room. Hell room is gonna be really hard, so I'm gonna have to focus here, and then I'm gonna explain everything after. Dude, what was that? I didn't hit that. I didn't slide there at all. I didn't slide there at all, and then I couldn't grab that that thing there, that rope there. That's gotta be redo. Really bad checkpoints, you can see. So this game is very unforgiving. There we go. And now we're gonna do snuggle slide.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I have to get this out of the way.
All right, sure, go ahead.
We just got a $2,700 donation from Sonic Mega. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. We're now at $6,969.
Wow.
Oh my god.
That's insane. Wow.
Oh my god. What have you done, man?
You're insane. Wow, 2,000. So all that happened there in the hell room was you have to hit a lot of triggers. So you cannot just go from the start to the very end there with one nade boost. You need to hit a lot of triggers. And after that, on that bridge you saw there, I do what is called snuggle slide, which is basically when it goes out that bridge, you land on it and you build up and you gain a lot of speed from it. And I got through that, and then when I got to the end of that tunnel there, I do what is called tap strafing, which is basically spamming W as I'm going one direction, which is in that case I was left, and I gained like 80 kilometers an hour going through these laser parts, and then I immediately dropped down while I was time swapping, so I didn't hit anything. It's really nice when you get that. In this level here, this is where I was talking about the level is buggy with time swap, and that's because it has like. So the thing with time swapping this game is that it puts you. There's like two maps in this game. In the one in the past, the one where everything is set on fire, right? It's like I think it's below, and the one that is like in the past where everything was completely fine and IMC was there. That's up top of the other level. So it switches between those every time you swap time, and it's really buggy in that case where you hack that system there, where you can actually go out of the walls. But yeah, I'm not very good at it, so I'm not gonna show that. So yeah, that was affecting cars. Really nice level. It's definitely one of my favorite parts of the game. And now we're gonna into Beacon, but unfortunately time swap doesn't work anymore. After that incident, what happened right there, it's dead now. And we have gone through all of Anderson's analysis, where he found out there's something big IMC is doing now. They have something called the Arc now, and they're going through some. I don't know what exactly they are, but I think it's some arcs they're trying to get now. And what they're gonna do with it is destroy Typhon with it, as far as I remember. They're gonna do something really bad with it, and that's all I remember. Alright, so this level here has also a lot of geometry that can be slightly annoying. Oh! And then we're gonna have to test right here. And so someone by the name John Travolta, which is also a Titanfall 2 speedrun, shouts to him. He found out in this place here, if you kill these robots here very fast, which I'm gonna try and do. Come on, there we go. And yeah, that worked fine. Then he found out that BT will actually skip a lot of dialogues compared to normally, which can make this go almost as fast as it actually can. But there's not much to the first level, because now we're getting here and we are just waiting for BT before we can go into BT again. There we go. Now we can embark into him. That's what it's called. When you go into BT, it's called embark, and when you get out of him, it's called disembark. And now we get in. Now we get the new. Okay. Now we get the new loadout called Ronin. Ronin is. I'll just explain. I'll just say this. It's really nice, and you'll see it a lot through the game now. Now that we have it. it's the main thing we use for when we need the Titan with speedrun, because it can because when it has its core function, you run a lot faster, and you can, and there's like a time to when you can actually press your jump key to slide really fast or get a boost. But with Ronin, it goes up really fast, a lot faster than normally, so you can just go through the whole game a lot faster like that. So now we're going into so this is like this green thing here. There's a weapon called I forgot right now, but I'll remember later. So we're gonna have to get one of those because that one is broken. So that's why we're going to this, and this is where Beacon 2 starts. And that guy there we saw that was CBT Cool. It's called Captain Cool. His name is Captain Cool, and yeah, he's gonna be the one who tells us what to do. So now we're getting into one of the really short and hard parts of the run, and I really messed that up. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna do a lot of wall kicks here, and then we're gonna do something called Kill Room Skip. Did I say Kill Room Skip earlier with Effecting Cause? I might have. I meant Hell Room. Oh, that's wrong weapons. There we go. So this is one we're gonna see now. It's called Kill Room Skip, and I really messed that up. I jumped from it not very well. All right, we're gonna try that again. So basically, it's gonna lure us back to where we did all this when we step into that. Okay, and then get this, please. I've bumped my head. Please, oh my god. Like that could have worked if I didn't bump my head. That's gonna work. That's gonna work. There we go. Alright. So it takes like what, 20 seconds I think it is. Usually you would go into that room we were earlier and just kill a lot of robots that just spawns there, because that's why it's called Kill Room, because it's a small room with a lot of robots you gotta kill. And here there's like an invisible wall you can just get. And then we're gonna get this this arc tool. It's called arc tool. That's what it's called. So we're just gonna get that from that MRVN. It's called. They're really annoying because they can block you a lot and just make you lose speed for no reason when you get into them. They're just in the way. They're really annoying. So now we get here and we're gonna do an A boost call, and this is Heat 6 Threats. I think it's found by Pronado as it is. I think. Huge shout out to Pronado, one of the ones that has been holding the world record for this game for years. Just got beaten now by someone named Sweek. Huge shout outs to him as well. Incredible dude. All of them are incredible. So now we're gonna do Fisty Fangs. See if I can get that. Nice. First try. So Fisty Fangs. That was Fisty Fangs right there. Basically, you do not turn off the first fan there, as it boosts you out, or basically try to get you rid out of that. And it's gonna give you a lot of speed for that, and then we're just gonna get on the second fan, shutting that down with this arc tool we are having now, and then wall kick to save all our speed to get through the last section. And then Tron Travolta found out on those stairs there that you can just hold W and spam jump, and then you can kind of slide and keep your speed all over those 3 stairs there. And sometimes when you're real lucky, you can just get in the change of the trigger immediately after you get through that without hitting the top of the door and get stuck. So now we have the arc tool, and we gotta start up this whole thing here up again now, because we did that earlier and it didn't work very well. Or at least those people tried catching cool and etc. Well, they actually tried now that we got this, but yeah, it didn't work very well. So now we're gonna go here to cool a thing down. I don't know exactly what we're doing here actually, but we're gonna go through this whole thing here. Come on. And then we're gonna get these last ones here as well. And there we go. Alright, okay, yeah. So I have to explain what's gonna happen now, because I will not explain that later. And because it's really difficult and I want to get this. So what we're gonna do now as we get into BT soon again. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it's now that try it and then it gets destroyed and you have to try again. So what's gonna happen soon now is we're gonna get into BT, we're gonna go over there to try and fix it. But we have to go. There's like a lot of other things over there we need to get to as well too, because we need to get entirely a new battery on the top of that thing to fix it. And we're gonna do something called Super Fastball Deluxe. So fastball is basically BT throws you, and then you gain a lot of speed from that. But first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put ourselves in the loader called Brute, where he has the ability to make you fly. But first we're gonna take the Ronin to speed through that. There we go. Then we're gonna switch to the Brute, and when you're basically flying, as we also did a lot earlier to do air skip, for example. And if it's like, and if you're still touching the ground after you activate the flying thing, your speed, you do what it's called, I think it's called moon boot or main boot, something like that, and it reduces 50% of your gravity. So now you can jump a lot higher, as I can see. So we found out here when he throws you, he will try and hit you on that wall right there. But yeah, we found out that was really slow. So now that we lost gravity, we are gonna be our gravity is a bit different depending on where we are going, and we're gonna hold jump here to start because it's gonna make a perfect jump. So we jump over all of this, and then we're gonna try and jump again and get through this whole section. It's super hard, so enjoy Super Fastball. I forgot to throw my nade, so I have to do Super Fastball now. Nice. Okay, I'm happy. I got the whole thing. Nice. Okay, it's not over, but that was definitely one of the hardest parts. I was supposed to do Super Fastball Deluxe, which is basically you throw all your nades at the start and you just craft them later, or at the very start there. But I forgot to do that, so I apologize for my mistakes right there. But it's fine. I still got the whole thing, so I'm satisfied. But it's not over yet, because now we got the new battery, which we're supposed to get back to BT and replace it ourselves. But to that, we're gonna have to throw these gravity stars now, which also gives us a lot of speed. Please, come on. Okay, so we got a lot of speed there, and now we're gonna try and keep it. And I lost a lot of speed there. And I lost all my speed there. Oh man, that's very fortunate. So now I have to craft this zip. And usually we try and skip that, but yeah, I lost all my speed on the last wall there. That was very fortunate. So I almost got it. At least I got the start there. That's what mattered to me the most. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, you should be. That was absolutely fantastic. That was still very, very fantastic. I know I've seen some people have trouble with that. Man. Oh, let's get some claps in the chat, everybody.
Thank you very much.
If I could, is this a good time to list off some things that have happened since?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, well, good news, everybody. We hit $7,000, and it's all thanks to a $31 donation from Oasis. You're right, Sean. It is worth doing right. I also have a bit of a damage report with some incentives that have gotten met with the generosity that just recently happened. So give me a second. That's coming up in just a bit. All right, so Jill's Sandwich Mod met. Glitch Exhibition for Superliminal met. Dog Ending for Silent Hill 2 met. And the rest went to a name in Dark Souls 3. It's called Nice, 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 Nice. And that's taking the lead over Pee Pee Poo Poo and Oh Oh Ooh Oh Oh Ooh Oh Whoa by $2,295.
Wow, that's insane.
Oasis's
Seriously.
donation did go to the armorless final boss, which still has yet to be met. It's currently sitting at $31 precisely, and we need to reach $250 in order for that to happen. And I do want to remind people that our last bid war is the extra boss fight. So among the four options, we have the Ancient Wyvern, Champion Gundyr, Nameless King, and Osiros, if I did not butcher that. Good. So no, none of those options have any money put towards that just yet. Anyone can have that take the lead.
All right. So we just had a fight there, and then we placed the battery now, and now we're getting into which is called Ritter fight now. It's split out into basically four parts, I would say. So the first one here is the first two, which is these things here are called anti-titans. Those didn't really matter to actually go fast with and kill because you're basically there's basically an obstacle to get through the next two. And we're gonna manipulate the storm by being in a specific position and look at them exactly too. And then I'm gonna switch loadout here as well because it's better. And now we're gonna do something that is found by a bunch of people in the multiplayer Titanfall 2 Discord, I think. See if I can get it to work. Okay, it's not gonna work. Or not. Never mind, it did work. Okay, so one thing that happened there is that... Okay, so Razor Fight is gonna be a little cutscene because it's another boss fight. So what happened there is that when you pull out those smoke things and you shoot them to explode everything, when you look up, they deal twice as much damage as they usually do, or something like that. And if they're really close to you, you can make them fall into that and they die really fast, and that's kind of what happened there. It's a bit scuffed, but it worked really well, so that was really good. And with Richter, after you shoot him down completely like that, he's gonna blow up, so you gotta get away from him. And now we're gonna do something called Elmo Cliff. Huge shout outs to Next Tracer for finding this. So now we don't have to wait for this door here to open. We can just jump in right there, and then the whole sequence will start. It only starts when you kill Richter though, so you cannot skip Richter fight. You have to do, but it still saves like 5 seconds or something. So now we have a lot of a huge cutscene now again. It's like 3 minutes, 2 minutes here now, and then the first 1 minute on the next level. But that was Beacon, and that started this whole thing again now, and now it works completely fine. You can see there's like blue lasers. Usually you will also be in that room, but because we do Elmo Clip, we don't. But do not grab any of the zip lines when you get out here then, because if you do, your game's gonna crash. It doesn't crash like any other Source games. In other Source games, when you crash, it completely shuts down the whole game. It doesn't in Titanfall 2. In Titanfall 2, it just puts you back in the menu. And now we have Sarah, which is I think she's a leader of militia, the group we are in.
I would say that's correct.
Okay, so yeah, she's a bit annoying. Let's just say that, and I don't really understand why she's a leader, because you see these gauntlet times at the very start. Some people have like 20 seconds, some people have 40 seconds, someone have a minute. She has like 1 minute 20 seconds as far as I remember. So that's not very good, despite there's people who has like 20 seconds on the leaderboard, in that gauntlet leaderboard. So they should be the leader instead, if you ask me, but they might have died, who knows. But we have to babysit her because now we're getting the next level, which is called Trial by Fire, where we are basically in the Titan this whole time to kill a lot of other Titans. It's basically a huge fight with all the Titans that is in that level. And what's annoying about it specifically is that it's the first 2 minutes of it, like halfway through it. You have to be together with Sarah in it. And she usually always gets interrupted by other Titans and tries to kill them, despite all doors are open or whatever else. And you need her to get into the elevator, otherwise you cannot proceed through the game. And it's very often she just tries to kill the other Titans, so she falls by a lot and just doesn't come with you at all. And it's really frustrating to be here on the third last level in actual runs, because you are just hoping everything you can for her to be with you, because if she's not, your run is basically gonna die, especially if in the top level runs. I can tell that from myself how frustrating that is. And so the thing is here, I'm putting up my shield with the running loadout, and they do want to make you wait for these turrets to stop shooting you, but we can just proceed even when that happens. by the shield because it reduces 75% of all damage. What's get steel to you. And we're just gonna do a lot of damage here and put out the core and kill all these titans. And this one is being super annoying, dashing back, and I do not know what else. Oh yeah, I forgot to use my smokes. Is that gonna hit anyone? It is, good. So now we're gonna kill some more. Okay, there's one right there that needs to be killed. There we go. Pilot with me, come on, pilot with me. There we go, nice. When she says that this door here opens, it only happens when you kill enough titans, or enough titans are dead. Sometimes you can be lucky, they actually kill a lot, your team. And now we're gonna do a little line up here. And hoping he didn't, this Scorch would not pull out his orange shield, but he did, sadly. Alright. I need to do one more thing, and... Where's Sarah? Sarah is not here. Okay, that's epic. Annoying. Not epic, it's very annoying. Alright, we're just gonna push through and hope she catches us up. So now we need to kill these last 3 titans here. And as you can also see, I really quickly swap my my loadouts. It's because it's actually faster to swap loadouts. When you swap loadouts, all your bullets are back in the weapon. Okay, Sarah's here. That's nice. That could have been a lot worse. That was actually alright. That could have been a lot worse. So when you switch the loadout, all your bullets are back in the weapon again, and it's actually faster than reloading it most of the times. So that's why we are just switching loadout really fast. And she just said that was the easy part. No, it's not. That was actually the hard part. And now we're just gonna fly up here, and then we're gonna use the Ronin now. So if you remember, I talked about earlier, we used the Ronin for speedrunning a lot. So this is the reason. When we have the core, we can dash a lot more. That's what it's called when we do these slide with a lot of boost, and then go through these titans here. And then here it stops again. So we're just gonna damage these 2 titans here to so we can actually get back to 100% in core again, so we can keep going. There we go. And anti-titans and titans in general, they can be super annoying here because they can block you and stop you. And you're basically on a time limit here because you're going really fast with Ronin core while you're keeping out your swords. And then here we're just gonna do a little strafe like that. There we go. And then we're just gonna go forward, dashing here again. And now it's over again, and we have to go through this rest here. The reason this is the easy part instead of the hard part, like Sarah, is because in this section here we can just skip all the titans. They don't really care when we go fast. And then here's a little cutscene. So what our goal was, as Malaysia, was to actually stop these guys from having that big ball you just saw there, which is the Arc. We're trying to stop them from having that because if they get that, they're gonna use it to attack Titan to explode everything. So now they just flew, and yeah, now we have to try and get to them. So now we're getting to the second last level, the Arc, and for that we're gonna have to menu first, like that, and then go back into the Arc. The reason for that we're doing that is because there's another loadout which we actually missed in Effect and Cause. I think Effect and Cause, or it might actually have been Abyss 3. I do not remember. So that's called the Iron, and we need the Iron in this case when we do this boss fight at the end here. And yeah, we just really need that. And what we also did now that we got into this level is through our nade you just saw right there, our only one nade. So here's a weird thing about this game, especially in this level. When you throw your nades and every time you drop down or fall to somewhere, your loadout resets, so it gives you 4 nades and a lot of machine gun ammo. But it doesn't if you already have it. So that means if I already have 1 nade, I'm gonna keep my 1 nade. But if I don't have any nades, I'm gonna have 4 nades on me. You're gonna see that soon. While as we are trying to get to the IMC, to their spaceships, and stop them from getting the Arc, so we can have it instead. So they don't destroy the planet Typhon as we are on right now. It's a really long cutscene, a lot of things happens. And now we're gonna get introduced to Viper, which is this person right here. He's attacking my team. He's a bit overkill. You can see he's basically unlimited with flying, having a jetpack and just shooting rockets everywhere. And now he's gonna attack us as well. Which is not cool. It's a bit unfair advantage if you ask me. So now you see BC's basically falling over there. You can see BC's up there in the air. And now that we fall down here, he's just gonna spawn here. Like, how? What? Now we're gonna do a really hard trick that I absolutely hate a lot. But I'm gonna try my best to see if you get it. It's called bar escape. I'll explain it after I get it. I need to listen to the dialogues. I messed it up. Oh, God. So, what I'm trying to do is getting on that yellow ship right there. Or, yeah. That yellow flying thing in the air. What are these nades? Whatever. Okay, they actually work without the nade. Okay, cool. Ha! Second try. Alright, that's fine. I'm fine with that. That could have been a lot worse. But it's not over yet. We need to drop down here as well and we can die from that. But it worked. Cool. Nice. Yeah, in general, this has been going really well actually, this whole run. Hasn't been that many mistakes. I did some things taking second or third try, but that's not the worst one. The worst one is super fast, what we saw earlier, because when you don't get it, you're just gonna spawn somewhere else on the map and you're gonna lose millions of minutes, basically. It's basically reset if you're trying to get on world record pace. And I should also tell about how much this level sucks in general to speedrun, because the thing with this level is that a lot of random things can happen. It's not very well programmed, let's just say that. You can just randomly die in some cases, and sometimes when you get stuck like that, when you're trying to try to stand up and not fall down, you can also just be in the corner of things like this and then just get stuck and die. And it's really annoying when you're on world record pace or in general PB pace and stuff like that happens. And you can also get a soft lock here. Soft lock basically means you cannot proceed through the game while the game is still running. And that is when these guys just stands up there and doesn't do anything instead of they're going down. But they did go down for me, so it's all fine. And now we're gonna kill a lot of enemies here. And try and clear them out. Which didn't go... it could have been worse. I mean, the first nade was really nice done, but the other ones didn't go. The second one was really bad, but it's fine. So now we're just gonna clear like 90% of them. Because the rest is gonna be done by the 6-4 group, which is or the Drudge team, which you just saw. How did that guy not die on the first hit? I literally shot him in the head. This shotgun is so overkill. We always take it to start with because, as you can see there, it's just killed two enemies at once. And there should be one more, or not? Okay, never mind. I usually remember this one more. Oh well, that was not bad. That could definitely be better, but it wasn't bad either. So now we're gonna get to another annoying part of this, and I have been struggling with this a lot in the past. So as you can see there's like a ship right there. Right there. We're gonna line up with that. Oh god, Gates is so slow. Come on, Gates. There we go. So we're gonna line up with that ship. You can be so unlucky that depending on the rotation, if it's like in a 80-degree angle or something, compared to how you line it up, it can actually crash your game. And sometimes you can also just be super unlucky, crashes in general. You can also die here easily if you're not fast enough lining this thing up. You will just die. And sometimes you can be so unlucky that an airplane just flies through here and kills you for no reason whatsoever. It just happens. So now we're gonna have to line this up. So if you have a controller, I highly recommend, if you're gonna run this game and you have a controller, I highly recommend using a controller here, because it's a lot better to line this ship up with the controller. You have a lot more options to do, and it's actually in general faster compared to how you do it with the keyboard. That line up was really fast, and I'm gonna spam a jump key so I don't die, because sometimes we have found you can stop dying if you jump at the very start there. And I'm going a bit back here because if you go too close to BT, I can crash the game again. So now he's opened up, I can embark into him again. And this is where I have the iron now, and you're gonna see it gets used, something we need to use now, because now we're getting into second last fight, which is Viper. And Viper really thinks he's cool and unstoppable. So we're gonna take the laser here. And then we're gonna start shooting at him with the tone. And switch loadout. And I'm gonna try and do the fast way. Come on, because yeah, it's not fast enough, sadly. Okay, so after I've done that, I'm just gonna kill these two here. Alright. So I don't think I got it, but we'll see. But there's a thing you can get in this level, which is basically if you do the Viper fight really fast, like a lot faster than what I did here now, you can actually go out of bounds when this cutscene is over. And if that happens, you have to do something called maltemller, which is basically you jump into a position somewhere where you basically get back into the map again. I don't exactly know how maltemller works, but it's just basically you jump on a platform twice and the game puts you back into the level again. So right now I'm out of bounds. You can see that because it's like going weirdly around. But okay, the skies are back again, and I'm not going forward. Like the game is not pushing me like it's a win or something. So that means I'm inbounds again. So that means I did this slow. Would have liked to show maltemller, but you know what? You cannot have everything. It was still a decent Viper fight, but yeah, unfortunately it wasn't fast enough for to do the maltemller. Would have been cool to show that off. So now we just killed Viper, which is the second part where we have to kill him because he's trying to kill BT. He did actually throw off one of BT's arms. Now BT is incredibly damaged, which is yeah sad. And now we're gonna go and get the Ark so we can save this planet Typhon. And usually you're supposed to be behind BT here, but you can just if you're a little bit faster, you can go through him. Not that it really matters because all of this is a cutscene now. And here we have to hold W once we get in there, but and then this level is basically over. So if there's any donations, you can read them out now.
Alright, sounds like a plan, because we've had a couple come in. Talserace gave us $69, once again commenting, nice, and that did put us to $7,069. We did recently, however, get a $5 donation from the wonderful Firebird Lover. Sonic Mega is cute, but is he cute enough to encourage chat to reach the next meme number? Now, I also have a few incentive updates to do. So we did move around a few things, and now Armorless Final Boss in Dark Souls 3 is now also met. So that's happening, and just a quick update on the nice name that is sitting at $2,045. But with that said, we do now have some new incentives to meet. We have a couple of bid wars, one for the Super Mario RPG randomizer for the starting character, and then a character bid war for Pocky and Rocky with Becky. But for the goals, we now have Path of Pain added to Sonic Roboblast 2 that needs to reach $250. We have Grand Finale, I believe that's the final galaxy, like the toughest, the Grand Finale galaxy within Super Mario Galaxy that needs $350, and one more bonus game. If met at $1,000, we will be showing off Deltarune Chapter 2.
Ooh. That would be really exciting if we get that in. So, now that the whole ship exploded and we were basically about to die there, we get captured by Blisk. This is Blisk. He's the... I don't think he's exactly the leader for the IMC, but he is one of the... He's definitely one of the top leaders. And now he's gonna try and threat you to make BT get out with his Ark that he has inside of him. And the thing is, which also Blisk probably know, is that the first Protocol 3 is called from the BT. Protocol 3 is protect the pilot, which means whatever happens with you as the pilot and BT, BT has to protect you and save your life. So that means if he actually does try and kill you and threat you to kill, because he doesn't get the arc, BT is kind of forced to give Blitz the arc. But right now he's trying his best, BT, to sound like he's completely broken and doesn't work at all. So, but yeah, this is the last level of the game, so it's gonna be really exciting, and there's a lot of cool stuff here.
Best of luck.
Thank you. I mean, it's not even. I mean, I'll be honest, it's not the hardest. The hardest was definitely super fastball that I showed earlier. But I mean, I cannot read chat right now because I don't think I can do that in general. But yeah. But I hope you all enjoy this run, and I hope you're gonna enjoy the last about what 7 minutes we have to play of this game now. It's no matter what happens here now, it's definitely been an incredible run. I have to admit that. I got most things first try, and I've showed almost all the cool stuff we have found. And there's one thing I can tell. We just discovered about 2 or 3 days ago something called crouch kicking now, which is gonna do a revolution to Titanfall 2 now. I haven't really tried it out myself yet, so that's why I haven't been showing it, and we're still under development to find out how to use it. But basically, if you remember these wall kicks I was talking about earlier, where you gain speed from them, with crouch kick, you crouch and jump off the wall at the same time, and you gain even more speed. And even if you get on the wall a lot worse, you will still gain a lot of speed with you. And we figured out a few places, like at the start when I was in the ravine, you could just fly through the whole thing with more than 70 kilometers an hour. Like I got around 70 kilometers an hour there. You can get through that now with between 85 and 100, which is a lot. And if we can get down that consistent for every part of the level where we build up speed and keep going with it, that's gonna change everything in this game. You will probably see new world records. Actually, already now, I can highly recommend you watch more Titanfall 2 runs, because we have Sweek, we have Prinato, we have Next Tracer. 3 top 3 runners are competing against each other right now to try and get the world record. World record is 1:17:54 right now. They are so close from each other, and they are all trying to get the world record right now. They are trying almost daily. They're really crying the heck out of this game right now. And with this new revolution of movement tech, you might see even more new world records. Maybe possibly at 1:16 instead of a 1:17. So now we are also F in chat for BT's dead now, and he gave us the Seer kit now. So this is probably the most OP pistol in the whole game. Also gotta be careful here. Yeah, that was bad. Okay, whatever. So What specifically about this pistol is that it just aims like you can just shoot it, and you don't even need to aim at the grunts. It just kills them, as you can see there. Wow, okay, cool. But yeah, now BT's basically gone, and now you have to get to Blisk and stop them from launching out that arc to destroy Planet Typhon. This is why this level is called the Fold, because they're putting the arc into something called the Fold. And here I'm just trying to get good at keeping my speed. Didn't go that well, but it's fine. I mean, still have some speed with me, so I'm satisfied. Also, the speed here you see, like speedometer, that's also part of menu mod. Just huge hours of face in general for having that on. He's also one of the top runners in this game. So yeah, but yeah. And now we get into a new Vanguard class Titan with all our loadouts still actually. And this little blue thing has all the data for which is basically BT. So now we have so now BT's back, but in a new Vanguard class Titan. So it's not like greenish anymore. Now it's like more black now. And now we get a new loadout, the Legion. So now we're gonna do what's called Snuggle Shot, which is found by a person named Snugglepuck Hawk, which is also the one who found Snuggle Slide in Threatening Cause I showed earlier. Didn't go that well, but basically what I'm trying to do is to shoot like with the Legion. It has like a specific place where you can just like shoot a little bit and deal a ton of damage. And if you do that between like 5 times in a row, your core goes up a lot, like your core percent, because we're trying to get core here so we can run through this whole section here a lot faster. And then I just did a little skip there. So they had to go around, and then all the way, and then up here you can. There's like just a wall that doesn't have any collision, so you can just go through it. And here you have to be really careful because these guys right here has rockets, and if you die to that, you're gonna be loaded back really far, and it's not something that you want to happen. It's especially not in last level if you're on in general PV pace or wall rate pace, because that is just gonna be hella sad. But yeah, now we get to the fold now basically. Oh. Usually you're supposed to have BT all the way till here, but yeah, we're not gonna bother with that. We're just gonna disembark because it is faster to disembark and keep all your speed if you can do that. But yeah, now we're gonna do Sloan fight. There's also a strat here called Fidget Sloan that I am not very good at doing, but it only saves like 2 seconds, and so I'm not gonna do that. Forgot which loadout I'm on actually. Alright. And then now we're just gonna fight against Sloan here. And then manual page spawns by looking at specific places. Here, these two. So this Titan here is in a really annoying position. So we're just gonna stand here, and then Sloan's gonna come right here, and she's gonna activate her core, which is really good actually because I messed it up. No, and it's brute. Oh my. Okay, so I was gonna do something called pre-charge, but that's impossible now. I'm gonna explain that later how that works. Yeah, this is so slow. That was very fortunate. Whatever. That's just part of speedrunning sometimes. Where is Sloan? Why is he here? Alright. Come on. There we go. So what I'm trying to do now is something called anti-shot. So basically, when you get into the Ronin and do the core for it, and then spam this full thing to try and stop it, you will get out your pistol here. Usually you're supposed to be completely black out now, but now you have the pistol on you, and now we are gonna have a big skip here, a dialogue skip, which is gonna save about 30 seconds, and it's gonna be hilarious because now we also have the Legion on us. It makes no sense, and now BT has 4 arms because now he holds the Legion and can just move around in general. So what's gonna happen now is Blisk is gonna appear, and he's gonna talk with us for 30 seconds. But let's be honest, we're just gonna kill him instead. And what happens right as he dies? The dialogues are skipped. So you save 30 seconds, and you don't need to listen to Blisk anymore. Now it's always starting the part of the dialogues, and you can just move on. So now we're just waiting for BT to stop his dialogues, but BT's basically really broken now, and because of the damage from that fold. And it did say at the fold that it can destroy Titans as well. So yeah. But I want to get pre-charge before. What I actually tried to do was kill all these anti-Titans that spawned earlier with the sword, and after that kill Sloan really fast. And what happens with that is that, so there's like some yellow lights that happens on this thing here that you're trying to launch through now. And they're all there if you do it fast enough. That's why it's called pre-charge. Because usually you're supposed to wait here for all these yellow lights to appear, and then you launch yourself. But if all these yellow lights are here for the very start, because you're so fast, you can skip that, and it saves like 10 seconds or something. So it doesn't have to go through all these yellow lights. So it's gonna appear, and here now it just launches instantly. But yeah. So now it's just a little dialogue, and we're basically waiting. But you can see they go really fast. But if I got the other thing I was trying to get, I would already have launched now, because these things were already appeared from the very start. So now we're launching right into the core, and now Protocol 3 gets activated because we have to protect the pilot. And I swear I'm not crying, because this is sad. BT, the person we have been through since the very start and have got to know him a lot, he's now dead. F in chat for BT. Alright. So now we are in at the very end. It's called escape, this part, and what we're gonna do is go under this rock here and then just jump. So there's a lot of sections here. Everything is just super messy now. Everything is flying everywhere, and we are just gonna run through without. Oh, that was scary. Oh. and fun fact, okay, I got stuck by a tree there, whatever. And time coming up now. Time is up now. I forgot to say time's coming up, but time is up now. So yeah, that was Titanfall 2, and the game is done now.
GG. Your final time was 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 4 seconds.
24 minutes and 4 seconds. That's not too bad actually. That's actually not that bad actually. I'm actually happy with that. Definitely could be better things, but yeah, that is definitely acceptable. I'm happy with that, especially since my estimate was 130. But I want to give a huge shout out to a lot of people. Shout outs to Sweet, Granado, Fizzy, Next Tracer, Viz, who else? There's a lot of people. Tron Travolta, Taskimos for finding a lot of stuff for this game. Who else? There's a lot of people to cover here. Bumpkin, Playden, Lord Fluffy, Taps, TSB, Phoenix. But yeah, I've not played this game for very long. I started this game back in July, and I'm kind of on a break now, not playing this game currently. But yeah, I'm really happy how it turned out, despite having played this game for a bit over a week now. I just got a bit tired of this game after playing for so long. But yeah, I'm not gonna play this anytime soon, but I will come back to it at some point again at the start of 2022. But if you want to speedrun this yourself, you should really try that. I highly recommend it. It's such a nice game to speedrun. You can join Titanfall 2 speedrun's Discord server. Again, go on speedrun.com/Titanfall_2, and then you can find a link to a Discord server. There's full tutorials on spreadsheets and guides already in there from the very start, where you can just click on things so you can see how to run this game. We have tutorial for all the levels. So if you're gonna run this game, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you'll have fun. But yeah. So compared to Hover 2, when I usually run this, is that what I've learned is that with Hover 2, you can just save whenever you want, right? You cannot do that in Titanfall 2. So when I die somewhere in Titanfall 2, I will get loaded back by like 20 seconds or 30 seconds of time loss, right? So I've learned that this game is a lot more unforgiving compared to Hover 2, because in Hover 2 you can just load back where you last saved, right? You cannot in this. It's the game that decides where to put you back again, depending on where you died and etc. And that can cause a lot of time easily. So it's also really optimized, this game, but I feel like Hover 2 is more optimized. But that's just my opinion. But they might actually be on the same level. But yeah. Thank you all very much for watching this, and have fun with the rest of the marathon, and good luck to all the runners throughout this marathon. Thank you very much for having me here, Fastest